Hi. Can you guess? Do I look different? Do I have food in my teeth? I'm actually back from dinner. Um, I felt like, gosh, I didn't really talk about some of the ways I wanted to discuss um, that just how I've been experiencing God through some of these struggles. So I thought, I'm going to come back real quick. Craig took the dogs on a walk after, so there's some little bit of light outside. It's only 90 degrees. It is 8:30 and it's 90 degrees. That's not even as bad as it can get around here. Anyway, dinner was so great, you guys. I am When we got home, I went in my room and cried a little bit, just worshiping God and thanking Him because I was able to have a really good time, and I ate salad. It's crazy. I haven't had salad in weeks and weeks. And that Greek salad. Okay, so we ended up not going to Pietro's because it's way out, a little further north of town. And we looked at the pictures. And anyway, that's another thing about Pietro's. We decided not to go to Pietro's. We haven't been to the one here. We went to the one where we used to live. And it was in the historic downtown, and it was so great. This one maybe isn't as great. So anyway, and we had a gift card for Olive Garden. How about that? So we went to Olive Garden and we made the very best of it. And we had fun. And I had lasagna. And I was able to eat a good portion and that salad. So anyway, and Craig and I had fun. And then afterward we drove around, like took a back way we haven't taken home in a long time. And sorry, I'm off topic. Anyway, we drove by this area we're always driving by, and we have to drive by so fast because there's so much traffic. And we're going, look, what they're redoing. It's this other historic-y area. And we've been noticing like white paint with black trim going up on several of the buildings. And we're wondering what's going on. So we got to actually stop and look at them, and we had a lot of fun. So anyway, like what? These are things I haven't done in months. I don't know what's happened. Like why all of a sudden the chemo has stopped the scleroderma in a lot of ways. I'm kind of curious about some of the other ways, but I mean, I'm still having some issues, but so maybe it's that, and plus I'm further out from having had chemo, and so I'm have more energy. So yeah, I guess those two things converging. Isn't that great? But I wanted to try to remember what I was gonna share about the big struggle when I was hearing the worm tongue in my ear. I wanted to tell y'all that I felt like God finally got my ear and was able to say something to the effect of, Jamie, do you remember that you had scleroderma, and since May 8th you have been greatly relieved? Do you remember? And I felt like he was saying, I'm up to something. trust my kindness. So I think I've shared with y'all before that on a really important retreat that I went on, a silent retreat, and you have, at this one particular place where I go, you have an hour each day with a spiritual director who tries to help you, guide you as like a partner in listening to the Lord, and like what God might be wanting to, how he might want to come near to you in that time. So how he was coming near to me. Anyway, and one of the things that she kept saying to me as I would start going along these lines of real analytics, like, but how can God do blank when we see blank and blah, blah, blah. And which some of these things are important to consider, but I have considered them, and yet I can listen to this thing in my ear of you should doubt. It's just like the serpent in the garden. Did God really say? And then he twisted what God said. And the question is God really good? That is the basic question in the garden, I think. Can God be trusted? Is he good? And so she would just like listen to me, and I'd be going on like, how can I know? And blah, blah, blah. And then she said, okay, wait, I have to pull down my thing. It slides up a little. I have to be careful. I know it'd be okay if it just went, but anyway, it would be embarrassing. Remember the hair I described. Anyway, and so she would say, Jamie, and I was like, ready, like, yeah. Tell me about God's kindness again, because I had told her all about these stunning ways that I had seen God intervene to speak to me. And these were ways that require faith, but by George, I didn't feel like it required that much faith, because the ways he intervened, like in these love notes, whether it was in nature or other circumstances, like coming together in a way that no one could know this but God. No one could navigate these things but God. How are these things brought together in such an indulgent way? I mean, I have felt like God has been lovingly indulgent to me. And it does take faith. I mean, it takes faith either direction to say that was a coincidence, or to say, by George, could I possibly be loved by the creator of this universe? Could he actually be seeing me? Noticing me, seeing me, hearing me, responding to me, loving me? And not only that, but actually delighting to do the stuff he's doing for me. That's how I experience it. Like, my gosh, you must be loving this so much because you're just making me so happy. And so, I felt like God was saying, can you tell me again about my kindness? As I was listening to the worm tongue voice telling me, you may be stuck in a prison after this whole thing is done. You got cancer again. And you've had to go through crap. You've had to go through hell. And you know what? After, you have more to go. And after all that, you may just be in prison. I mean, it is words from darkness, words from something that would want to steal life, steal joy, steal hope. And so hope has been the whole thing. When I lose a sense of that God is moving on my behalf, oh my gosh, blech. Talk about beginning to spiral. But when I remember He's with me and He's kind, and that He might just pull me out of some of this where I can have a normal life again. Not the same, but maybe normal. I got to go out to dinner tonight and I ate food and feasted with my husband. So that's where I am. I am. I feel like God is kissing me on the cheek. Is that a good thing to say? That's dumb, maybe. But that He's giving me a promise with the night out and feasting. 2 nights, Monday night and then tonight again. And Monday night, happened, and then Tuesday morning, or was that this morning? They all run together. I can't remember. Craig showed me the plans for the renovation of his office at the church. And it just was the Spirit of God in me. That's all I can say. It created this welling up of a sense of life when He showed me that. And coming on the heels of the Monday night, just incredible time, I feel like God is coming and saying, hope. Plans for Craig's new office at the church. I mean, they have so lovingly given Craig sabbatical to care for his wife for, some months. And you can feel like we're never going to get back there. What has happened? We've lost our calling. We've fallen, we've tumbled down into an abyss. And we haven't. So, I love you all. I hope it was okay to add 13 more minutes. I love you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for entering in. Bye.